Did Jin use his influence to get Jungkook a lighter military duty? The shocking allegations that have divided the internet in the world of K-pop, where every move is scrutinized and every decision dissected, a new controversy has erupted, leaving fans and critics alike in a state of shock and disbelief. The question on everyone's lips: did BTS's Jin, who has already completed his mandatory military service, use his influence to secure a more lenient posting for fellow bandmate Jungkook? The allegations, which have sparked a firestorm of debate, raise serious questions about fairness, privilege, and the treatment of celebrities versus ordinary citizens in South Korea's rigid military system. As the story unfolds, emotions are running high. On one side, fans of the global superstars are defending their idols, arguing that the claims are baseless and fueled by jealousy. On the other, critics are demanding transparency, accusing the system of favoring the rich and famous. But what is the truth behind these explosive allegations? And how will this scandal impact the legacy of BTS, a group that has long been celebrated for their humility and dedication to their craft? The allegations, a tale of privilege and power. The controversy began when rumors surfaced on South Korean online forums, suggesting that Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, had been assigned to a military unit known for its relatively relaxed duties. While this might seem like a minor detail, it quickly became a flashpoint for public outrage. Why? Because in South Korea, military service is a deeply sensitive topic. Every able-bodied man is required to serve approximately 18 months, and the conditions can be grueling. For many, it's a rite of passage that tests physical and mental endurance. But here's where things get murky. Jin, who completed his service earlier this year, is alleged to have used his connections to ensure Jungkook's placement in a less demanding unit. The implication? That Jungkook, one of the most famous faces in the world, might be receiving special treatment, a privilege not afforded to the average conscript. The allegations have struck a nerve, not just because of the individuals involved, but because they touch on a broader issue: the perceived inequality in how celebrities and ordinary citizens are treated when it comes to military service. South Korea has a long history of controversies surrounding this topic, with some high-profile figures accused of using their status to avoid the full rigors of service. Could this be another case of fame tipping the scales? The public backlash. A nation divided as news of the allegations spread. Social media platforms were flooded with heated debates. Hashtags like #JusticeForAll and #EqualService began trending, with many expressing anger over what they see as a double standard. "If I have to endure the toughest conditions, why shouldn't he?" wrote one netizen, echoing the sentiments of countless others. But it's not just the general public that's weighing in. Military veterans have also voiced their concerns, arguing that such favoritism undermines the integrity of the system. "The military is supposed to be the great equalizer," said one former soldier, who wished to remain anonymous. When people see celebrities getting special treatment, it erodes trust in the entire institution. Meanwhile, BTS fans, known as the Army, have rallied to defend Jungkook and Jin. They argue that the allegations are unfounded and that the group has always been committed to fulfilling their duties with honor. "Jungkook has never shied away from his responsibilities," one fan tweeted. "These rumors are just an attempt to tarnish his reputation." The bigger picture, a system under scrutiny. While the focus of this controversy is on Jin and Jungkook, it's impossible to ignore the larger context. South Korea's mandatory military service has long been a contentious issue, with debates over its necessity, duration, and fairness. For many young men, it's a source of anxiety and disruption, putting careers and personal lives on hold. Celebrities, in particular, face intense scrutiny when it comes to their military service. Any hint of preferential treatment can lead to public outrage, as seen in previous cases involving other K-pop stars and actors. The pressure is even greater for members of BTS, given their unprecedented global success and the symbolic role they play as ambassadors of Korean culture. What does this mean for Jungkook? If the allegations are true, it could have serious repercussions, not just for him, but for the entire group. BTS has built their brand on authenticity and relatability, and any suggestion of unfairness could damage their image. On the other hand, if the claims are proven false, it could further galvanize their fanbase, reinforcing their loyalty and support. The unanswered questions. What happens next? As the controversy continues to unfold, there are more questions than answers. Did Jin really use his influence to help Jungkook? Or is this just another case of baseless rumors targeting celebrities? What steps will the military take to address these allegations, if any? And how will this scandal impact BTS's legacy? Both in South Korea and around the world, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. As more details emerge, the public will be watching closely, eager for clarity and accountability. In the meantime, the debate rages on, highlighting the complex intersection of fame, duty, and fairness in a society that holds its military service in the highest regard. The emotional toll, a test of loyalty and trust for the army. This controversy is more than just a news story. It's a test of their loyalty and trust. BTS has always been more than just a band. They're a source of inspiration, comfort, and joy for millions. To see them embroiled in such a scandal is heartbreaking for many fans, who have invested not just their time and money, but also their emotions. But it's also a reminder of the immense pressure that comes with fame. Every action, every decision, is scrutinized and judged. For Jin and Jungkook, this controversy is a stark reminder of the challenges they face, not just as artists, but as individuals navigating the complexities of public life. The final word, a story that's far from over as we await further developments. One thing is clear: this is a story that will continue to captivate and divide. It's a tale of privilege and power, of loyalty and betrayal, of fame and fairness. And at its heart are two individuals, Jin and Jungkook, who find themselves at the center of a storm they never asked for. So, what's the truth? Did Jin really pull strings to help Jungkook? Or is this just another example of the internet's love for drama? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the world will be watching, waiting for answers, and hoping for justice, whatever that may look like. The investigation. Will the truth come to light? As the allegations gain traction, calls for an official investigation are growing louder. South Korea's Ministry of National Defense has yet to issue a formal statement, but sources close to the matter suggest that internal inquiries are underway. The military, known for its strict protocols and zero-tolerance policy toward favoritism, is under immense pressure to address these claims transparently. But here's the twist. Military placements are typically determined by a combination of factors, including physical fitness, skills, and the needs of the service. While it's not uncommon for individuals with specific talents, such as musicians or athletes, to be assigned to special units, the process is supposed to be merit-based and free from external influence. If it's revealed that Jin or anyone else intervened to alter Jungkook's placement, the fallout could be catastrophic, not just for BTS, but for the military's reputation as well. Meanwhile, Jungkook's camp has remained tight-lipped, refusing to comment on the allegations. This silence has only fueled speculation, with some interpreting it as an admission of guilt and others as a sign of respect for the ongoing investigation. Jin, on the other hand, has been active on social media, sharing updates about his post-military life. His cheerful demeanor has led some fans to believe that the allegations are nothing more than a smear campaign. The historical context: a pattern of controversy. This isn't the first time South Korea's military service system has been embroiled in scandal. Over the years, several high-profile figures have faced accusations of dodging their duties or receiving preferential treatment. In 2020, a well-known actor was accused of using his family's connections to secure a cushy desk job, sparking nationwide outrage. Similarly, in 2018, a K-pop idol was criticized for allegedly faking a medical condition to avoid service. These incidents have left a lasting impact on public perception, creating a sense of distrust toward celebrities and the institutions that govern military service. For many, the Jin Jungkook controversy is just the latest chapter in a long history of inequality and privilege. It's not about BTS, one netizen commented. It's about the system that allows this kind of thing to happen.